today I'm travelling all the way to China, especially for the release of Rlaarlo's latest car. We're also diving in behind the scenes to find out what makes the people of this company tick and find out what it takes to turn over 20,000 cars a month. So this is by far the biggest trip that I've ever done. So what I really needed was some reassuring words from my mother.
There's some nice clouds up there for a bit of turbulence for you when you take off.
And as if that wasn't bad enough, she wasn't finished there.
15 minutes before you're due to leave the house at 5 a.m. in the morning and you're still looking for your suitcase. You've got to admit that's disorganised.
I lost it. Shush. Thank you for the lift. That's enough now.
15 minutes. You forgot your travel adapter, we know that.
Shush.
Oh, mother.
Ow. Right, let's go.
So we went and got my ticket sorted, then had some breakfast.
Fish panini.
And then a couple of hours later, it was time for the first flight.
Many hours later.
That was a long flight. That was about 12 and a half hours. Next up, I've got a 2.5 hour flight, so that should probably seem easy. So let's get that done, then we can start doing some Rlaarloing. Thankfully, the second flight was filled full of scintillating conversation. 24 hours later, I arrived in Shenzhen, the hometown of Rlaarlo. If you can't tell, it is the next day, so I've got a lot more energy now. Last night I got here and I was just... honestly, I was barely awake. I wasn't thinking straight at all. Who are you? Is that reception? Yes, there's someone in my room. You know the feeling. Anyway, we're going to meet all of the Rlaarlo team, which is going to get us nice and familiar, ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow is the launch of the car. We've got videos, photo shoots, the factory tour, and also a big dinner as well, and some speeches and stuff. So, all very professional and rather exciting and slightly scary. So, let's do this. For the last 36 hours, everything had seemed completely unfamiliar. And then I walked into this. I can't let you go. On the inside, it was something really special. And to be honest, I felt like a child in a sweet shop. A child that may have got a little bit carried away. So as the day went on, I started to meet some of the people that were attending the event. People from all over the world come to see the Unimog be released. And it was honestly amazing. Everyone was so friendly. And then we got a sneak peek of the car.
Right now, shall we? Yep.
Now the truck looked really cool, and immediately the Rlaarlo creatures started to get some promotional shots for the car, testing out the window wipers and also a few other bits.
Hello. Her name is Rlaarlo.
And then that evening we all went out for dinner to get to know each other a little bit better, and it also gave me a chance to introduce you to some of the people that are going to be attending the event. So this is Ricky from DRC Stunt and also his accomplice, David. They've flown in all the way from Italy and I've put a link to their channel in the description. We've got Lee, one of Rlaarlo's biggest importers, and also his wife, whose name I may have slightly forgotten. Anyway, we have Helen, one of the many favourite members of staff over at Rlaarlo. Edison from Rlaarlo, one of the friendliest faces I've ever met. Becoming a minor celebrity at the moment, to be honest, over on the Rlaarlo YouTube channel. All the way from Germany, we have Robert, one of the favourite YouTubers in his country, and of course there is a link in the description to his channel. This is a man who tells me his favourite thing is the German Autobahn. This is Ashley from Hobby Habit over in Australia, who appears to have some Chinese supper stuck in his teeth. So next up we have the distributor for Dubai. Now to be honest, I've also forgotten his name as well, so for the sake of this we'll call him Brian. It was lovely to meet you, Brian. This is Yu Sayu. She's one of the founders of Rlaarlo and also the head of the Amazon team, so I probably shouldn't make any jokes about her, should I? And then lastly we have the famous Annie, and still to this day not a single one of us knows if she's okay.
Oh God.
So there you have all of my brand new friends. So that was the end of day one. Excuse my greasy face, but it's boiling here. For day one, it's been amazing. So tomorrow is the launch of the Unimog. It's going to be a busy day. Photo shoots, videos, unboxings. It's going to be incredible. So I'm going to get a good night's sleep and then we'll head over there in the morning. Busy day. Here we are. Morning, everyone. We've got people from all over the world come to see this launch. I think it's going to be huge. Exciting!
Welcome to Dongguan.
So after we all signed our names, we got escorted into the launch venue, and this is where some of the glamour started to happen. So the launch went really well, and it was such a pleasure to be a part of seeing this car come to the world. It was incredible. And I will be reviewing one of these trucks really soon. I can't wait to get it out and see if it's actually any good, and see if all this hype was really worth it. And the best bit was, we weren't finished there.
So next up we're getting a tour of the factory, which is going to be amazing. I think there's just hundreds of cars all lined up being built. We're going to see how these things are made, which is going to be a real treat. So let's go and have a look.
I wonder if they have a 1/10 scale Autobahn in here. Sadly, they didn't, but what they had instead was this. This makes any model shop just seem understocked. Look! I mean, you would never run out of anything if you worked here, would you? Oh no, I've broken a turnbuckle. Never mind.
You're never going to lose anything in here, are you? You're never going to go, oh, where are the arms?
Oh, never mind.
We don't want any of our products with any scratch on it, new products. So this is unqualified.
Let's explain. Ashley is the Australian distributor for Rlaarlo, and he's waiting on his DSK shipment.
Here they are. These are going to set sail to Australia any day now.
Hobby Habit, right?
Yep, Hobby Habit.
So after the factory tour, we all went for lunch. But then afterwards, well, this happened.
We're stuck in the lift.
There's rather a lot of us in here. I'm not joking. Overload. We're stuck. We're very scared, and we're panicking, and we're very hungry. Getting angry. I'm very scared.
I am calling some people to help.
As time passed, we tried to figure out a way that we could escape.
What we need right now is a Jimmy bar, bro.
What's that?
Like a...
Oh, a crowbar.
Yeah,
Sorry.
crowbar.
Sorry. Why is it called Jimmy then?
Because you Jimmy the door open.
Oh, right.
You don't crowbar a door. I mean, you could crowbar a door open.
I might just start calling it a Stephen bar in the future.
Yeah. I hope you do.
I will.
Until eventually... So the next day, Edison took us all out for a classic Chinese meal.
It's actually quite nice.
And it gave me a chance to explore this city a little bit more.
I honestly think there are more bikes here than people, and there's no rules for them at all, it seems. They all ride on the pavements, all over the road, they're just everywhere. It's crazy. If you did that in London, you'd be arrested like that immediately. It's mad. The most impressive thing, though, about this whole city, Shenzhen, is that it wasn't here 40 years ago. From what I'm told, back in the early 80s, it was just a small village, but now it's something very different.
Now it's the home of Rlaarlo!
You forgot your travel adapter, we know that.